Knock,
Checking.
knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's the second impeachment, Mr. President.
What do you mean? I'm being impeached right now?
Yeah, man, you're. It's the Guinness World Book of Records. First president impeached twice.
You know, I'm a winner, and I do like to break as many records as I can while I'm in office, Jeff.
This is Jeff Ross. I don't even know how I got this done, but somehow. Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Grindr, they all kicked Donald Trump off their social media platforms. But woo, somehow we got him right here on stereo, exclusively. The great stereo app where people can fucking be whoever they want to be, say whatever they want to say. It's a great country. It's a free speech celebration here on stereo. So come on in, folks. It's Jeff Ross. I'm live on stereo with the 45th president, although not for long, Donald J. Trump. He is kicked off of all the social media platforms except one, stereo. First question is, you were impeached for the second time just a few minutes ago. Mr. President, how does it feel to be a world record holder? First president impeached twice.
It feels really good. I mean, to be honest, with Guinness, they've been coming by. They've been checking to see if I could do it. I told them to hold on to their ball sacks, that I was going to make some crazy things happen, Jeff. And with the hard work of the patriots, like yourself, we're making things happen. And I'm impeached for a second time. It's a beautiful thing. And can I just say, stereo is making broadcasting great again. I mean, they're allowing a platform to me, Donald Trump. I've been kicked off Spotify. I've been kicked off Facebook, Zynga, Kazaa, LimeWire, you name it. I'm not.
How do you get kicked off LimeWire? What about Uber Eats? Can you still order McDonald's to the White House?
No, I'm more of a Postmates kind of guy now, Jeff. Uber Eats won't allow my business. And, you know, it's very sad because I order a lot of food. They're missing a great opportunity.
Of course. Oh. How are your spirits, Mr. President? It was a tough day today, and a tough week getting kicked off social media. And now people are calling for the 25th Amendment. People say you're crazy. Are you crazy?
Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm crazy? Possibly. People will say what they're going to say, Jeff. I mean, every brilliant person is crazy at some points in their life. Albert Einstein, people thought he was crazy. I mean, that guy couldn't even tie his own shoes. We share a lot of similarities. We're both geniuses. We come up, we reinvigorate people, we reinvigorate ideas, and really I'm putting a new spin on this whole presidency thing.
Oh, yeah, a new spin. With just a week left?
Just a week left, baby. You know, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Wow. So what's there's all sorts of rumors saying that you're going to fly off to Europe. There's people saying you're going to pardon yourself. Are you going to pardon yourself?
I most definitely 100% am going to pardon myself before I leave office. I've got a laundry list of things that are, as the kids call, sus these days. So I'm definitely going to pardon myself. I might take a trip to Russia. I might hang out with a few friends over there. I've got some homies over in Russia. I'll just say it.
Wow, Russia. And are you looking forward to taking a vacation? I mean, the stress must be insane. You're going to need a break. You're going to need a break, Mr. President.
I'm going to need a break from playing golf to play more golf. It's been so stressful lately. It's been very rough. Honestly, my numbers have been suffering, and not with the American people. I've been bogeying like crazy lately. I haven't been able to hit par. My golf
Oh
game
no.
is the numbers I'm talking about, Jeff.
Of
The real,
course, of
true,
course. So you're already
important numbers.
actually technically with COVID, with your poor handling of the COVID crisis, you've pushed people apart. We're still social distancing almost a year into this thing, Mr. President. I mean, a lot of people would wish you would concentrate on that issue instead of playing golf and so on, and the impeachment. And what about all the people with COVID? It's got to really be heartbreaking, isn't it, Mr. President?
I mean, some weak people are dying from COVID. Yes, I maybe had it for 3 days, and if you saw any of the footage from the Capitol, people storming the Cap, which I don't endorse, but those are special people. They're very strong people. I love those people, but I don't
Oh,
endorse what they did. But I also love them at the same time. None of those people were social distancing, and I think that they're all doing quite okay right now, right?
oh, some of them got arrested. Some of them have been humiliated on social media and on the news.
I saw that one video of that one gentleman being informed that he was on the no-fly list because
Right.
they
I saw
realized
that.
that he
I
was.
saw,
I feel bad for him, but it was a funny video at the same time. Very entertaining.
you're
Very,
talking,
very
yeah.
entertaining.
You're talking about the video of one of the Capitol Hill rioters who went to the airport the next day, and they pulled him out of the airport and so on. They've been arresting these people. So you sort of have mixed feelings. You feel bad for them, but you also think it's kind of funny.
I mean, I am someone who abides by entertainment is number one. Go for the entertainment, go for the fun, go for the funny. That's what I like to do, despite if it causes harm to other people. I'm sorry. I said it.
As a comedian, I get it. I would kill for a joke. I die for a laugh. But this isn't funny, Mr. President. I mean, there was fatalities and there's all sorts of conspiracy theories that
Jeff,
yeah.
there's fatalities in the Mortal Kombat video game, but we keep on playing. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Oh my God. You're so all right. Well, if you want to compare a video game to real life, then maybe you're not fit for this job, Mr. President. Maybe it's better that you are moving on after one term.
I mean, life is like a video game, Jeff, because it was my call of duty to be the 45th president of the United States. And I will say that I feel like, I'm hoping that I don't get really, really impeached because I would like to run again in 2024. So we will see. We will see.
Really? Again, you would put yourself and the country through all this again.
Absolutely. The true American people, that's what they want from me. That's what they want for themselves. And they know that this election was rigged and it was taken away from the American people.
Wow. Wow. Rigged. I mean, what proof do you have, Mr. Trump? What proof do you have?
I've got a lot of pudding that I've been eating, and as the saying goes,
Pudding.
the proof is in the pudding.
I did not see that coming, Mr. President. You still got it. You still got it, Donnie. People say you've lost your sense of humor, Donnie. You still got it, man. You might have turned the corner towards, authoritarianism, but you still got that. They compare you to Hitler. Hitler did not have that kind of joke skills, Mr. President. Did not have that. Yeah.
Hitler didn't have a type 5 like I do, Jeff.
Luckily, I saw you put out a video just today, sort of condemning the riot and saying that you hope that the election and that the inauguration day goes by peacefully, asking people to sort of stand down. So I want to thank you on behalf of a grateful nation. Hopefully, it's not too little, too late, but thank you for trying to bring some peace for the future.
I mean, that's what I want for the American people, Jeff. I mean, if it's really this Biden character that people want, which I don't agree with, we'll see how that goes. And I'll be here just waiting in the shadows, training like the Dark Knight, getting ready for my next mission for 2024. That's what I have decided to do.
Decidedly decided. 2024. And what's your campaign going to be? What's your slogan going to be there? You're not going to sell the fucking red hats again and do the same act again, are you? I mean, this will be your third tour for president, and you're going to need to mix it up. What's the new merch going to be?
It's going to be a Throwback Thursday hat, and it's going to say, "Remember when America was great." That's what the slogan is going to say.
How about masks? You know, this is a merch issue, Mr. President. With all due respect, if you had simply stopped selling red hats and started pushing red masks on your website, you would have solved COVID and probably financed your reelection. You know, as an entertainer, I can't believe you missed this obvious move.
The masks, I can go either way on, really. I mean, you can talk easily and breathe easily when you have a red hat on your head, but you can't yell, and you can't storm in places, because a lot of my people, they're sometimes overweight. Okay, you can't run in a face mask too well. That would really stifle the people trying to invade the Capitol. So it's better to have a red hat.
I'm confused. I thought you were against storming the Capitol. Today you put out a bit. So you seem kind of wishy-washy on this.
Jeff, I do condemn what happened at the Capitol, but also on the same token, they're great people. They did the right thing.
Wow, you really have become a politician, Mr. Trump. You really have. In the years that I've known you, you've really done it. It's an old Milton Berle joke. People say you're two-faced, but if you were two-faced, why would you wear that one?
That's a classic joke. I might just take it and take full credit for it. I may just do that.
What about a roast? Speaking of which, Mr. President, what do you think? Now that the pressure's off and you're not going to be president anymore, are you going to want to be roasted again? You've been roasted a few times and you kind of ditched it, ducked from the White House Correspondents' Dinner and so on. No one's roasted you. Do you think it's time? Maybe. How long before you're ready?
I think that the people want a roast of Donald J. Trump. I think that's what they want, really. And I'm going to give it to them eventually, Jeff. If I am pardoned under my own restrictions,
yes.
And
if you pardon yourself, you mean?
If I pardon myself.
By the way, I also want to thank you. I don't mean to interrupt, but I also want to thank you for pardoning Kid Rock's last 3 albums.
You're welcome. It's one of those things where he's a good special boy. He's a very good special boy. He means well, and he is what America was built on. Ford Tough in Detroit.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll let him know you said that. Kid Rock, shout out. But I know you have a lot you love to get off your chest. There's so much going on. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Have you spoken to... and I so appreciate your time during such a busy day, Mr. President. I know there's a lot coming at you. You were impeached just about an hour ago, and for the second time. And is there truth that you're not going to go to the inauguration? Were you invited by Joe Biden? He said that you not going to the inauguration was one of the few things he's ever agreed with you on. He doesn't want you there and you don't want to go. This hasn't happened since 1860s in America. I think it was Andrew Jackson. So are you a bad sport, or do you have something else to do on January 20th? What's going on here, Mr. President?
I'm just really busy. And also, Andrew Jackson is a fine man. He ended up on the $20 bill. Basically... people are going to put me on the $100 bill, and that's really where I want to be. I want to be on your money, so you look at me all the time, and really,
I got a good idea. Yes, how about the $3 bill? How about the $3 bill? You're as phony as a $3 bill. You're as phony. That's an old expression. I did promise the stereo family, the stereo listeners, and Thick Skin with Jeff Ross podcast listeners that they could tune in today and leave some messages for you, Mr. President. So I want to thank you for being so generous with your time today. We're live on stereo, and people are leaving you messages. Let's hear what they have to say.
Real talk. How much do you think Anne Frank could bench?
That's from Gold's Gym on Venice Beach. Real
I want
talk,
to
Mr.
say,
President. How much do you think Anne Frank could bench?
real talk, if it's a good day, I think she maxes out at 6 diaries.
God, that joke had diarrhea. Diarrhea. Mr. President, you're being a good sport. I'm sure people want to ask you questions and make comments.
I love hearing from the American people. So let's take some more messages, Jeff.
I
I
can't
love this.
promise they're all going to be favorable. I know you're used to people kind of, agreeing with you, but this could be tricky. So, you never know what you're going to get on stereo. We are live with Donald Trump from the White House. Where are you in the White House right now, Mr. President?
I can't tell you the exact details of where I'm at in the White House right now. There's a lot of violence going on out in the streets. Things are very shaky right now. I'm just trying to get through my last few days as President of the United States,
Right.
leaving peacefully and invoking my pardon, and then I'll let old Sleepy Joe take over, take the reins before he dies 3 years from now, and then I'll run again in 4 years.
Pardoning yourself. That's kind of like a joke I said about you at your Comedy Central roast. I said Donald he masturbates. Donald videotapes himself masturbating and then masturbates to that video. Do you remember that one?
I do remember that, a classic Jeff Ross burn. And what I will say, almost not even a joke. I do that.
Did you get to watch any of the impeachment hearings on television today? Did you see any of the speeches?
I haven't looked at any of the speeches yet. I've been trying to work with new app developers to see what other social media I can take over.
Uh,
Luckily, the people at Stereo were very gracious, and you reached out, Jeff. You've been a long-time friend of mine, and I
yeah,
said, of course I'll come on your show because I literally have nothing else.
right. I mean, you're kicked off of everything, so of course you're going to wind up here on stereo with me. I mean, it worked out. It worked out for me, but I mean, is this just been a? You love Twitter. I mean, so now what? Are you going to invent your own app? Are people going to sign up for the Trump app in order to hear from you?
I believe so. I think it's going to be a mixture of Tinder and Twitter where people can just swipe left or right on my different statements that I'm making on the application.
So if they agree left and if they agree right.
Yes, and if you swipe the correct way the number of times, you get a red MAGA hat in the mail, and it's a beautiful, tremendous thing.
Tremendous. What's the first thing you're going to do? What are you going to be doing when Joe Biden takes the oath of office on the 20th on the Capitol steps? What are you, Mr. Trump, going to be doing in that very moment? Will you be
Probably,
watching it on
pro-
TV or?
I mean, I'll probably be spitting on my television screen, but other than that, I'll probably do a few laps in one of my pools and getting some sun and just making sure that my complexion stays as beautiful and crisp as it always is.
Crisp. You do look, you don't look stressed. There's something in your voice that sounds a sense of relief, Mr. President, that this whole long national nightmare is coming to an end.
Well, it's one of those things, Jeff, where when I went to the hospital with COVID-19, they hooked me up with a lot of drugs, and I occasionally dibble dabble in the devil's hot sauce from here and there and everywhere.
Mr. Trump, you've been so generous with your time. People are just biting themselves to ask you questions and leave you comments. By the way, Mr. Trump, I just want to remind everybody out there, follow you on stereo because I have a feeling you will be popping back up on stereo. So if you're listening to this, don't just follow me, follow Donald Trump right now on your stereo app, and there's so many people who want to weigh in. The country is so fired up about what's going on in Washington right now and around the country. People are just fired up, Mr. President, and they want to talk to you.
Just want to say it's an honor to be President Trump's 666th follower on stereo. I feel like that was very appropriate. Mark of the beast, baby.
Yo, Trump, you're looking pretty feminine in your photo. I'm starting to get attracted to you.
Oh, she likes your avatar, Mr. President.
Well, just hearing a woman's voice saying that she likes me, I'm completely aroused right now, Jeff. So send her my way.
All right. Wow. How's it going, by the way? I don't mean to get too personal, Mr. President. Maybe you can tell me next question, but I saw Melania's chief of staff also retired. How's everything going over on the First Lady side of the White House?
You know, I've been watching the movie What Women Want recently. They keep replaying it on TNT. And what I will say is that I really wish I had that gift of knowing exactly what women want, because I can't read Melania's thoughts all the time. And then she starts speaking that Russian jibber jabber that she speaks. I can't. I don't care. And it's also, I have no idea what she's saying. I'm like, are you going to take care of Baron? Are you going to feed him or what? We start fighting a little bit. Things get a little hazy. But, you know, we always make up at the end of the night. And by making up, we sleep in our separate rooms and talk to each other in the morning over breakfast.
Wow. Oh, that's nice that you have breakfast together. A lot of families don't have that luxury right now.
Steve Jobs would have made a better president than you. But, you know, that's just comparing apples to oranges.
It was good, and I'm going to say he had a punchline, and I appreciate somebody sending in a real-life joke. So I was going to play a few more messages. I'm loving hearing from the American people, loving hearing what kind of respect that you have for me as the 45th President of the United States. It's really heartwarming. It really is, Jeff.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm glad we're making you feel good. That's the point of my podcast. It's called Thick Skin. I always say life is hard. Let's get through it together. And I know you're under a lot of stress. I don't agree with many of your policies, but you did have some good things. I did agree with your policy on Rosie O'Donnell. I thought that one was on the money. But everything else, you know, I'm kind of against. But yet, I feel like you're under a lot of stress, and for the good of the nation, maybe you could use a laugh today, Mr. President.
I love the way you think, Jeffrey. Let's play a few more messages.
Okay, here we go. Live on stereo. Let's talk to the people.
All right, time to get them to smoke some weed. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Do it, Trump. Do it.
That he wants you to smoke some weed, Mr. President.
Listen, if you've got a good strain, then hit up your boy. I mean, it's one of those things, really. If you've got a good sticky icky, if you've got a blueberry kush, if you've got some kind of flowing orange cutie cannabis,
what are the Trump MAGA weed strains going to be? That's good.
There's a lot
Bake
of
America,
ones.
Bake America great again.
all joints matter.
Oh, I'm getting a little punchy too, Mr. President. I have to admit, I'm getting a little punchy too. Let's talk to the people. You're a man of the people. Ash Daddy, what's up?
Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you. Fuck you.
A little haiku from Ash Daddy 3000. Care to comment, Mr. President?
Such a beautifully written poem. Thank you, Ash Daddy.
This fake ass Trump. That motherfucking name Rump.
We're talking to Donald T. Rump for legal purposes.
Did he just call me Donald Rump? That's what he just called me? I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It made me chuckle. It made me laugh out loud.
Well, you've been clicked off all social media, so I got Mr. Trump a verified stereo account. I hope you use this account when you're out of office. I think you'll enjoy blowing off some steam, having a few laughs.
I'm having a tremendous, wonderful time, Jeff. And like you said, I'm learning to have thick skin like your podcast. And I love
Right.
interacting with the common American people that are calling into your show right now.
All right. This is really fun. I really appreciate you hanging out with us on stereo, Mr. President. Let's listen to the next message.
And the great line of champions like Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and Tom Brady, Stereo Radio brings you the two-time impeachment champion, Donald Trump!
Yes. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Congratulations, Mr. President. You are a Guinness World Book of Records, the only president in America ever to be impeached twice in one 4-year term. So once again, the history books.
It took a lot of commitment to be here. It took a lot of strength and a lot of dedication, a lot of courage. And I just want to thank all the people that made this moment happen. Thank you so much.
Any regrets, Mr. President? Is there anything you would have done again? I mean, now that you're at the end of the term.
I just really wish I would have spoken my mind.
You held back, is what you're saying.
People really had no idea what I was thinking at any time. I really wish I would have really let them in a little bit.
Oh, maybe you'll be able to you'll get your Twitter back, or if not, you'll be welcome here on stereo. Let's take another message, Mr. President.
Daddy Trump, oh my God.
Well, got some fans out there.
God dang it, Mr. President. I can tell you right now, if you don't have a place to live, come live with me and Peg and dumbass Bobby down here in Arlen, Texas. I will make you some barbecue so good you will smack Melania in the face.
Jesus,
so if you have the invitation's open, I hope you don't mind my dumbass neighbors though. So if you need a place to stay, to lay low for a while, well, God dang it, I'm your man.
Jesus. Thought boss, come on.
That was one of my biggest supporters, Hank Hill. Thank you so much for calling into the show. I really appreciate it. He, Bobby, and his family have showed me nothing but unwavering support these last 4 years, and they've really done everything that they could to make America great again in Texas.
We're live on stereo. You can say whatever you want to President Donald J. Trump.
No, what are your plans for the future now that you've been impeached for a second time?
Well, first off, I'm going to run again in 2024, so buckle up. And basically, I've got a new app that I've been developing, as we mentioned. A lot of plans, and I also have a Russian Netflix series that I'll be starring in very soon that you should look out for.
All right, let's see. You can say anything you want to the president today, live on stereo.
Hey, so what's up, Jeff Ross? What's up, Donald Trump? We have a question. Is this really, really Donald Trump, or if it's not? I'm saying it is, but my best friend over here on the left of me, he's saying it's not. I just want to know, are we getting trolled or not? Question mark.
Thank you, Gonzo. Just follow Donald Trump on here and find out for yourself. This isn't an FBI investigation.
There's no reason why we would be trolling you, to be honest. I have nowhere else to go. We've already discussed this. I'm not allowed on Twitter. I'm not allowed on Instagram. I'm not allowed even on Spotify. I'm not even allowed to put out my own podcast right now. So the good people at Stereo stepped in and said, you can have a show with Jeff Ross. And I said, okay, I'll take it.
It worked out great. And shout out to your publicist, Jeremiah Watkins, who enabled you to break out and spend this hour with us tonight. Follow Donald Trump on stereo right now. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everybody's messages.
Darling, I really feel that you should perhaps take a little trip to the UK and visit your best pal, your best mate, Boris. Maybe that's a good plan. Maybe you and Bojo could escape together, perhaps.
Ooh, yeah. Boris Johnson. He also had COVID. He's also the kind of weird ruler of England with weird hair, Mr. President. You started a trend around the world. You really did make history, Mr. President. You really did.
I'm going to be honest, I couldn't really focus on anything other than that woman's really, really sexy voice. She said Boris or something. I came in my pants and then I blacked out and then came back to. I'm loving this caller. I have no idea who she is, but she's a winner. She really is.
She's a winner. She's a winner. You're making new fans here on Stereo, Mr. President. This is Thick Skin with Jeff Ross, live on Stereo. We have a very special guest. Kicked off Twitter, kicked off Instagram, kicked off Facebook. Here he is on Stereo, the 45th President of the United States for one more week. And you can say whatever you want to him live right now.
Nobody has fucked up a major healthcare pandemic as well as I did. People tell me I fucked it up the most. I believe them. That's what they say. I'm the best at fucking things up.
Wow. Thank you, Marlon Brando. Dosage, I love you, buddy. Thank you. All right, next.
Mr. President, is it true that if you can't live in the White House, you're going to live in the White Castle?
That's a solid joke right there.
Donald Trump's really into BDSM. Bring daddy some McChickens.
You know, just shut up. You really get my buttons pushed. You know, you're really pushing my buttons. You and your peach fucking skin, your shitty haircut, you suck. Just relax. You suck. You're not coming back. We don't like it.
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm here every night. Oh, you're talking about the president. Oh, okay.
For crying out loud, this is like the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Jeff,
It's
big
real,
fan.
buddy.
Thanks for all the laughs. Here's my attempt at a roast of you. You know, Jeff, it makes a lot of sense that your last name is Ross, because just like the TV show, you're the least funny person in your group of friends.
Mr. President, today is a historic day. You've been double impeached, the first president ever to be double impeached. I've been asking everyone whether you'd rather be double impeached or double penetrated, and I'm pretty sure you would rather be double penetrated because I know you hate losing. Is that true? Would you rather be double penetrated by Mitch McConnell than be double impeached like you have been?
Great question. Double impeachment, does it hurt as bad as what I imagine double penetration would feel like, Mr. President?
If there is an option C, which is double quarter pounded with cheese, that is the option that I would take.
Well played, Mr. President. Well played.
Trump, eat a dick.
All right.
Wait, hey, yo, is that really Donald Trump? What's good?
That's good, man.
Hey, Trump, I know it's wintertime right now, so if you need your driveway or your wife plowed, give me a call. Weekends only, please.
Hey, President. What's going on, man?
He's loving you, buddy. They're loving you
How
out there.
do you get impeached twice, though? Like, I really don't understand that. So if Trump could let me or break that down, I don't understand how you can get impeached twice.
How did you manage? You made history, Mister. You're a one of a kind type of person. You got impeached twice.
Like I said, you gotta want it. You gotta want to go big, and that's what I did. I didn't want to be a simple loser with his head down, walking on the way out. I'm leaving the office triumphantly, doing things that a president has never done or been qualified to do before. So that's how you get double impeached, is you got to have the work ethic to make it happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. You did take the time to try to calm everybody down with that video today. So I guess I got to say thank you for doing that. I hope it wasn't too little too late, but hopefully there won't be any violence going into the inauguration. Let's just have to pray and just hope it all goes okay.
I mean, I'm hoping for no violence. If there is violence, those are people that are also American citizens that are they're special people. They're people that I love. I'm really hoping that there's no violence, but if they are, just know you're very special.
That sounded like doublespeak to me, Mr. President. It's been quite a night. Follow Donald Trump right now on stereo because this is his new home away from home now that you've been kicked off of all the other social media sites. Mr. President, we welcome you here with open ears.
Stereo and Jeff Ross have been very welcoming, very open arms, and I appreciate your support so much.
That's nice. We appreciate it having you. Should I play a few more messages or are you tired? You've been very generous.
I'd love to hear a few more messages.
Okay, great. Here we go. Who's next? Live on stereo. Say anything you want to President Donald J. Trump.
Hey, Mr. President. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, they love you. Your fans.
My name's Governor Cuomo, and when my wife fucks me in the ass, I make her do it with a mask on because that's how I like it, and it's how Dr. Fauci recommended it. So when my wife fucks me in the ass, I make her wear a mask.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Governor Cuomo.
Mr. President, I'm looking for any tips on your skincare routine that you might be able to pass on.
Oh, skincare tips.
Basically, what you're going to want to do is grab a jar of mayonnaise. You're going to want to grab a bag full of Cheetos, mix the two of those together, and basically I use that as my proactive before I go to sleep. I use that as a face mask. I let it simmer. The natural hydrogenated oils in the mayonnaise open up your pores in a beautiful way. And the orange really give nice hints of tone to your skin to make it natural and effervescent.
Mr. Trump, if you had to roast Melania, what would you say?
Ooh, good question, Lidl. Good question.
I would say, basically, I can't believe you still can't speak proper English. I mean, how long have you lived in this country? How many hooked on phonics courses does your husband have to buy you to speak clear English? You know the Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song? That was based off Melania.
Mr. President, thank you for doing this time with us today. I think I'm going to wrap it up because there's just I feel like you're going to be on stereo and you're going to want to come on with me again, and I feel like I got to leave them wanting more. I want to thank everybody who left messages, everybody who listened to this very special live stereo edition of Thick Skin with Jeff Ross. Don't forget to tune in again because I'm here all the time. I love you guys. Mr. President, thank you and good luck in your retirement.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey, and good luck to you, and I will hopefully talk to you very soon with you and your listeners.
It was a great time. Bye.